Hello everyone, once again. This is Peikko from Bad Rabbit to War. Today I'm going to talk about the Archer Queen and her role in defense, particularly against hogs. I have some reasons to discuss this topic. I think that when the heroes were nerfed in the update during the summer, a lot of people were saying that hogs are dead, that there's no use. Hogs will never be used again to 3-star bases because the giant bombs are so devastating, and the Archer Queen will stop any hog raid with her huge DPS. And for a while I think hogs did kind of disappear, but I get the feeling that they're coming back because, of course, we all know that hog raids are not dead. Hogs can still be used efficiently if the base is vulnerable to hogs. And we see hog raids pretty much every war against us, and it's not that rare for them to be 3-star attacks, even against sometimes even against our Town Hall 10s. And we all know that, it's fact that there are many players in Champions League who still use hogs as a means to trophy push. So hogs are not dead. Everybody should know that. But I think that with the increasing popularity that hogs have gained, many people are not realizing the significance of the Archer Queen in defense against hogs. We only rely on double giant bombs, and I'm going to show you why the double giant bombs are not necessarily crucial even to defending against hogs, and why the Archer Queen is actually maybe even more important, or at least another tool for you to have against hog raids. These guys we fought against they didn't suck, provided we accept that we don't suck, because as you can see, they fought a tie with us, so their attack power was pretty much the same as ours. But the point of this video is that, is that my base got raided 6 times during this war. Don't look at that. Please disregard the fact that those 1-star attacks, they are not the point of this video. Okay, so I suck. There you have it. I suck. But me sucking isn't the point of the video. The point is that why I was attacked so many times, and why these attacks didn't lead to a 3-star in the end. It was only 2-starred. Okay, so Kaboom took 9 hits. but this isn't about Kaboom. This is about my base. So Kaboom, go away and make your own video. Okay, back to topic. Let's look at my base. My base is not designed by me. I took it off the forums, so I'm not trying to take any credit. It's the reason why I chose it. Well, of course there are many reasons. Like I liked how the air defenses are positioned. I like that it has a lot of compartments that has the potential to slow down go wipe and go wee raids if the golems get stuck on walls. But one of the factors was that I actually didn't want a double giant bomb spot. I wanted the giant bombs to be separate, because giant bombs are not only useful against hogs, they are also extremely useful against wizards and witches, as you all probably have seen in replays where a single giant bomb takes out something like 5 witches or 7 wizards and ruins a whole raid in that moment. And I wanted to make full use of those single giant bombs, because if something like wizard triggers a double giant bomb, then the other bomb is obviously wasted, because a single giant bomb is more than enough to kill any any of those small troops like a witch or a wizard. So I wanted them, but this kind of looks like it leaves my base completely open to hog raids. And obviously our enemy in this war also thought so, because they just kept coming at this base with those hogs. It was attacked 6 times, and only one of them was not a hog raid, and that actually was the attack that got the highest percentage. It was the best, had the best success. So why did they attack again and again, even towards the end of the raid, the end of the war, where it was down to the last minute attacks to decide who would win? They chose this base to attack because it just looks like pig food. The spring traps are horribly placed. There's no room for them inside the base because all of the buildings are completely adjacent to each other. There's no spaces for them. And obviously after the first attack, they know that there's no double giant bombs anywhere. So if you just place a heal 1, 2, 3, 4 on those giant bombs, then they will also have really nice coverage over these defenses, and it looks like it would be such an easy 3-star hog raid. Just pig food, the whole base. But well, it's not so, or I wouldn't be making this video. And what's stopping the hogs is her. Yeah, the Archer Queen, as you know from the title of this video. I'm fairly sure that the reason why this base has taken so many hog raids is that people still underestimate the defensive potential that the Archer Queen has against hogs. And against hogs particularly because hogs won't target the Archer Queen. Like, for example, a go wipe that would come from the north up here would just storm through the space, because the moment that the Archer Queen would fire her shots against them, they would all target her and just smash through these skull walls and knock her out right away, so she wouldn't get that many shots off. But a hog raid, she will just kind of follow the hogs around the base and shoot non-stop almost, because the coverage of her platform is quite huge actually. I'll show you the statistics. The Archer Tower that I have here, damage per second 65. Here we have a level 1 X-bow, that's 50, a pathetic 50. And here we have a Tesla with a very impressive 75. But of course the Tesla has smaller range, so it won't get that many shots off. But then the Archer Queen, 204. That difference is huge. That damage per second is the same as 4 level 1 X-bows firing at the same target would do. So that's really a significant amount of DPS. And I think that because in the heat of battle, the hogs take damage from pretty much everywhere. All of these defenses firing at them. It's not that easy to see where the damage is coming from, and maybe that's the reason why people don't understand why their hog raid failed. They just notice that their hogs kind of disappear during the raid and wonder at the end what went wrong. Why did they all die, even though I had these heal spells placed, and they still just died. And of course it's the Archer Queen that's responsible for a lot of that damage. And I'll show you one replay from one of their best attacks, where it's fairly obvious the damage that she dishes out. So first, he or she gets the lore, which is easy because my clan castle is kind of stupidly placed regarding a lore, and it does take quite a bit of time in dealing with the clan castle because I have this witch, which really always makes things difficult. That's actually the reason why I have that witch there. But he does know how to deal with it, which is, of course, take care of the witch first before she has a chance to spawn more skeletons. So never attack the skeletons first, because that will really let the witch do her stuff. But here come the hogs now. Observe the archer queen and the damage that she starts dishing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think, 8, 9. And 10. And here they come again. Out of heal spells. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So as you can see, the archer queen took part in the slaughtering of 15 hogs. Of course, the other defenses were firing at them as well, so she's not solely responsible, but I can assure you that if she would be taken out of the picture completely, the majority of those 15 hogs would have survived, because they would have run under a heal spell before dying, or whatever. Or actually, she killed a few hogs even though they were under a heal spell, because her DP is just enough. And this attacker managed to take out all of the defenses, but because the archer queen took care of all of the hogs, there's not enough cleanup crew, so there's no time. As you can see, there's 2-star gets really close here. Only a few seconds more would have been enough, but a 3-star was nowhere near. So the archer queen is the way to go if you're having a trouble, if you're afraid that hogs might be able to 3-star your base. Certainly double giant bombs do the job as well, but not always, because if a good hogger can use his hogs to, or whatever troops, to take out some key buildings and path his hogs so that the giant bombs aren't necessarily a problem at all. But if there's an archer queen in the middle of the base, then it's pretty much impossible using only hogs, and she really needs to be taken care of first. So, and the benefit of this, using the archer queen to stop hog raids and not only giant bombs, is that then you can use these giant bombs separately, and they will be more useful against wizards and witches attacking your base. So, even a level 1 archer queen has something like 160 damage per second, and even though she won't slaughter the hogs in the same way as a really high level queen will, it will really hurt them. So I wouldn't rely on only a low level archer queen for your defense, but if your archer queen is already of high level, then you really can think of using those giant bombs more efficiently. And even if you do have those double giant bomb spots, remember that a good attacker might be able to take care of them, and then your queen really is your only way to stop a hog raid, pretty much. But that's all for this time. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.